What up, YouTube? So we had another sad moment in hip hop, and in New York, we lost another person from New York, a daughter of a legend, 40 Cal. We've been having a lot of death in New York. I don't want to just shout out the celebrities. We'll get into the rest of the community on another video. I just want to bring this up because this is current events. So it's real crazy what we got going on. So we lost a lot of people. Like we lost DMX, Black Rob. Like these are legends. Like without them, they changed New York hip hop for a while. You know what I'm saying? They held New York hip hop on their back for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like they inspired a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? It was unique. You know what I'm saying? For what else we had going on. So 40 Cal, you know what I'm saying, lost his daughter, Sanaya. If I'm forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. But real quick before we really get into the backstory of who 40 Cal is, in case you don't know, in case you're not from New York, or you young like me, but you just wasn't into music as much as I was, or exposed to it, I just want to give a moment of silence for everybody, from your regular, average, everyday person to the celebrities and hip hop icons, to give a moment of silence for everybody from around the world. You know what I'm saying? Any minority around the world, any hip hop legend, any regular person, especially to police injustice or foul play or even natural causes or even to suicide, which is going to be a special topic in this video. So let's give a moment of silence real quick. Boom. All right. Rest in peace to everyone we lost. Rest in peace to DMX, Black Rob, and 40 Cal's daughter, Sanaya. Forgive me again if I pronounce it wrong. So, quick backstory. We're going to make it short and sweet about who 40 Cal is. So, those of you who don't know who 40 Cal is, because he's underrated as an artist in New York in comparison to his more famous or quote-unquote more successful label partners under Diplomats or Dipset. 40 Cal was, I want to say, an artist slash he was an artist next to the likes of Hell Rell, J.R. Writer, Max B back in the day before he stopped fucking with Dipset, Cameron, Joel Santana, and Jim Jones. So the main artists that everybody knows about, that if you're not a hip hop head, you'll still probably know about them: Jim Jones, Cameron, Joel Santana. More particularly because Jim Jones, even though he kind of just now got super commercially successful again, he had a whole era where he was just, I don't want to say he was doo-doo, he was garbage. He just wasn't after Ballin', he wasn't like Jim Jones, that nigga. He wasn't the big nigga. I don't even give a fuck if you get mad, but this is true. He was doing his thing on the underground tip, with dropping songs. He was staying consistent, and that's the only reason I feel Jay even looked at this nigga again, because he was just consistent as fuck, and he was putting the pressure on these niggas. He was putting his foot on niggas' necks. Nah, I'm not quitting. Yeah, I'm old and washed up, but I'm not quitting. Y'all niggas gonna respect me, nigga, as a rapper. Because for a while, he wasn't a rapper and shit like that. Oh, and if I'm not mistaken, True Life might have had been fucking with them for a little bit too, but that was through some other connection, because he was protecting niggas, because True Life was really, really, really in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Hard body. So, but yeah, Jim was supposedly bullying niggas and shit. But I don't really believe that, because there's a lot of niggas that ran down on him, and we all know about that he just folded under it. I mean, granted, the niggas that was folding on, was applying the pressure on that nigga was they was with the shit for real. Like True Life, for example, he was really with the shit. And you had Big Avell really with the shit. So it's understandable, I guess. You know what I mean? And then you had so for me, it's he fell off for a while. So people will know about him, and mainly because he was on, on some I Love Hip Hop shit. You know, he, like I said, he was applying pressure on the underground and the mixtape scene for New York. Like, he was banging them out. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like, son, really, he's too old to be doing some of the shit he's doing. And, you know, like, it's some of the shit, like, I feel like it's like, bro, like, you just feeding off the younger crowd. Like, you just a leech, my nigga. But at the same time, I feel like he can influence the crowd. He just need to, like, he could, the youth, like my age and shit, he could, like, and niggas younger than me, like, because I'm already trying to influence niggas that's younger than me. You feel me? And I feel like as a nigga, like, what, he's like 50 son shit, like he's like 50 or something. He should be niggas, you know, trying to push niggas that's younger than him instead of, like, playing around trying to eat off their, like, clout that they got going on. I could be wrong. He might not be doing that. He just might be showing his face because he's a legend or whatever. But off of him, off that subject right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving a backstory real quick so y'all know, so I can get into the real, you know, juicy parts of the story. Pause, no homo. So you have, so then you have Cameron. Niggas would know about him because he was like the brains of the operation. Like, he was like the CEO type nigga. And plus he been commercially successful, you know, for a while, and a little bit more commercially successful than Jim to some capacity. And then you have Juelz Santana, but, you know, who was younger. He did a lot of features. He was younger than them, so he did a lot of features. And plus, you would think because he's younger, he has a little bit more shelf life. You know what I'm saying? So you would think he has a little more shelf life or whatever. So whatever. And then you got Hell Rell, 40 Cal, J.R. Writer, and Max B. Max B controlled a whole couple years of New York hip hop. Like, that nigga had shit on lock. He had it on smash. The nigga was holding it down for New York. Like, that nigga, he kept New York alive for a while. Like, niggas got to give props where it's due. Max Bigavell, he probably would have had shit on smash. Like, a lot of new artists that came out of New York probably would not have made it where they made it if Max B didn't get locked up. Let's be realistic. Max B was supposed to be that next nigga out of New York. So then you have J.R. Writer, who got locked up. That, like, stopped his career, like, for real, even though that nigga is nasty on the mic. With his writing, his pen game, crazy. Then you got Hell Rell, who is dope too. He makes some catchy shit. He just has a lot of fuckery in his life, in his personal life, that because of his stature, he's like a national level nigga. Like, he could go across the world, niggas probably know where he is, but he's a national, state to state type of nigga. But it's because of the fuckery. Like, the fuckery in his personal life, I feel like fucked up his career, like, a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas you could like say like, oh, them getting locked up might have fucked it up, but nah, him, it's like niggas be smacking him up and shit, like retarded shit, like clout chasing shit that negatively affected him. So whatever. Then you got in a way, like, I feel like he be lying about a lot of shit too, like to save face or whatever. It's just the way he talks. Like, the way he talks, like, he sound like a fucking liar. Like, I don't know, but he's dope too. Don't get it fucked up. He's dope too. And then you have 40 Cal, who's lyrically disgusting. Like, he's nice. Like, no fucking cat. He's nice. He's a legend in New York. He's just underrated as fuck. Alright, so he's just very underrated. But okay, so that's Dipset / Diplomats. Like, they had the whole late 90s, early 2000s to mid 2000s, like, kind of on smash. Like, they changed the scope of New York rap from like the mythical lyrical shit, like the mythical lyrical hospitable killable, like the shit where like niggas was like the scientifical mathematical like raps, like from the Big L type shit and Biggie Smalls, just nice and smooth shit, like just like, you know what I mean, and in the the niggas that come from New York, the Redmans and Method Mans and Wu-Tang shit, like they changed it from that to like the swag, just swag ABC type, Sesame Street type rap, like, my nigga, like they changed it and it made it Cam with the pink everything, like, you know what I mean, and then Juelz Santana with the rock star shit that he was doing, the weird Skull Gang shit he was doing, like they changed the game a lot. And since like we didn't have no straight up, as far as I remember, straight up gang out in the open rappers and shit, like they changed the game. Well, really, Jimmy with the blood shit, like had New York, like mad young niggas in New York wanting to be blood. Also, I think Lil Wayne kind of influenced it more, even though he's not from New York. But Jim had like a lot of young niggas wanting to be blood. I mean, we in New York, we had a lot of rappers affiliated with Crips. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like out in the open like that. Like, niggas was affiliated, but they was really doing street shit. So they had to like not put it out there like, oh yeah, I'm gang, like I'm ganged up. Like, nah, niggas couldn't do that. So, cause you get indicted back then, like for shit, like you get caught or killed. back then, like, and, you know, police might let it rock. Like, hip-hop police didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so now, fast forward, right, to today. You know, 40 Cal, J.R. Writer, Hell Rel making a comeback, yada, yada, yada. Shit is finally going good for these niggas. Like, they finally getting the love and respect that they should have had a long time ago. Now, 40 Cal has to deal with a heartbreak right now. So, I just want to talk about that. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy theories right now. So, I just want to, you know, get y'all guys, you know, the backstory out there. Boom, that's out the way. Now we at current events. So, apparently his daughter went missing from her college campus. From my understanding, from what I read in the articles. The articles be fucked up sometimes. But she went missing from her college campus or dorm or whatever. And just was gone for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I read an article that was saying that she had like an argument with her parents at first. Like some bullshit with her parents went on, which is normal. But then I was like, okay, so, you know, maybe as a parent, like, they feeling bad, like, oh, where's my kid, da-da-da-da-da. But later on, I read another article that said, like, her boyfriend broke up with her, some shit. And basically, she went to Niagara Falls and jumped. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. I know this is a touchy, this is, you know, this is still a fresh wound. I just wanted to speak on it, not to be a leech or a media nut job or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to, you know, make the people aware, because this is an example for us. You know, that even celebrities have problems, you know, and celebrities' children have a lot of problems that the fame and money cannot soothe. You feel me? Like, it just don't make it better. If regular people, this really humanizes the people that we idolize. Like, this really humanizes them. Like, just seeing this shit, like, and the pain that they go through, it really humanizes them to where they, like, it makes them very relatable on our regular human level. You feel me? And, you know, it brings a lot of awareness to, like, what could really be going on emotionally with this generation. Like, kids are no longer able to cope with, like, little shit like a breakup. Like, it will turn from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit, like, quoting Drake type shit, like, bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is really out here, you know, taking their own life and ending their world for one person. And just because of social media makes us fucked up. Like, you would think it would make us more socially developed. It really doesn't, because it takes away the interactions with people, the face-to-face interactions and talking to people, and the time to develop yourself socially and communicating with each other on a face-to-face basis and understanding, like, yo, building emotional connections with not only other people but oneself. Because now social media makes us so fucking vain and so self-conscious and self-aware of every fucking thing. Like, if somebody don't like something you're wearing, it's a problem. If somebody don't like how you look, it's a problem. Somebody notice you got something in your teeth while you're talking on the video, it's a problem. Every little fucking thing is a fucking problem, and it makes these kids emotionally fucked up. And the littlest fucking thing is like, oh my God, it's the world's over, and it fucks their whole world up. We have to, as a people, have to stop doing that shit. We have to stop making social media so fucking important that it damages us emotionally, socially. Like, it makes it impossible for us to go through the normal things that people go through in life without it becoming the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, the big problems are so fucking big, you want to end the world, literally. Like, you want to kill other people, you want to destroy the fucking world type shit, you want to global destruction, motherfucker. Like, you want to commit genocide. And a small problem is where you want to kill yourself. Like, it's so fucked up. And, like, I'm not saying, like, it's a small problem to her, you know, rest in peace. But, like, yo, this is a testament. Like, we need to have more sit-down conversations with our children and explain to them, like, yo, shit happens. We need to start preparing them and separating them from these fucking screens, these fucking brainwashing tools. Like, we have to start separating them from technology a little bit and building more social development and emotional development. We have to play a bigger role in that. We gotta really sit down and talk to our kids now. Talk to our peers, talk to our friends and younger siblings and older siblings, and just talk. Like, we got to start seeing face to face now. But there's a problem with that now too, because niggas can't even talk. They get emotional now, so emotional that, yo, you might say some shit to me on social media, I'll get so fucking mad, bro. I will literally come pull up, like, the first time we see each other in person, and shoot your ass. Like, we cannot do that. We cannot. We have to hold ourselves to a better standard than what we've been holding ourselves to. Like, it's really fucked up around. Like, it's really fucked up now. So this is a testament, you know what I'm saying, and to separating from these phones for a while, separating from these tablets, these iPads, these fucking smart devices. Like, yo, these devices are fucking our kids up. Like, yo, they're literally addicted. Like, yo, kids will go through withdrawals. Take an iPhone from a kid for a minute. Take an iPhone from a kid for like an hour. The kid will literally start scratching. The kid will be like, oh my God, I can't fucking do it. Like, they'll panic. They'll go through, yo, they will have an episode. Real shit. They'll have a panic attack. Real talk. Take a fucking laptop. I don't even think kids even use that anymore, but tablet or whatever, iPad or smart device from a kid, the kid will freak the fuck out. They will try to hurt themselves. They will try to hurt you. Like, I've heard little kids threaten to murder their parents over a fucking smart device. For real. Like, I've seen videos of kids flipping over that shit, like throwing shit across the house, flipping out, hurting themselves, screaming, like their voice screeching, like fucking hands on a chalkboard for these devices, scratching at like shit and hurting herself. Bro, I'm not saying that's what made her do it, but that shows a sign of lack of emotional development. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bash the family. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying, to prevent this from happening to any other child, we need better social development, emotional development. We need a better conducive environment, and we need to build our children socially. Maybe it was the way he broke up with her. Maybe it's what he said. Maybe what he did outside of breaking up with her. Maybe he was cheating and it was just too much. Maybe it was everything surrounding. There's a lot going on. Maybe it was that combined with the stress of college and regular everyday life shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, these celebrities do have problems. You know what I'm saying? Even though they might have the money part there, the financial part, they might not have the emotional support. There's a lot of shit that goes into this lifestyle. There's also living up to your parents' level and of success and the standard that your parents set for you. Maybe he's living up to that. We don't understand. Like, we don't look into that right now. Like, we don't understand it. And like I said, rest in peace. We everybody giving condolences to 40 Cal, but let that man grieve in peace. Don't fucking turn this into like a come up. You know what I'm saying? I will talk about what I believe may have happened when I do more research, if I feel it's appropriate. If not, I'm not going to talk about it. But I just wanted to bring it up just to say rest in peace, to people, and give my opinion on what we should do following up after this to prevent stuff like this from happening again. Because I've been noticing there's a lot, especially in the black community, especially in the Latino community, there's a lot of fucking emotional problems, and there's a lot of scars left on the youth. There's a lot of shit that these youth and pressure that these youth are under. It's time, bro. We gotta really talk to our kids and build up that emotional development, build up some emotional and psychological support systems, and we really need to build up their social development, and as well as emotional development and communication skills, and understanding what is a big problem and a small problem, something that's big in our life that and things that are easy, should be easy to deal with time. Only time heals wounds, and God heals wounds the way we nothing could heal wounds like God and time. So with that being said, rest in peace to 40 Cal's daughter Sanaa, and feel better, and my condolences to 40 Cal and his wife or family or whatever the case may be. And y'all stay strong and keep doing y'all thing.